Or you're
Call
right.
you Thomas.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Gamer's Tale. I'm Trent Gannon. I'll be your dungeon master for this evening, and tonight we're going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons with our Forging the Onyx campaign. Last time, the party puttered around after being scryed upon multiple times and fighting what they eventually found out to be an elite squad of mage hunters sent by Gantavus's government to eliminate rogue magic users. During this time, they moved from the place that they had been staying previously, the Lonesome Night Inn, into, and I forgot the name of that place already, Chislers. That's
Chiseled stone.
Nope,
It's
Chislers.
kind of like Hooters, but with, boobies.
No, it's with chiseling. Where is that? Anyway.
Bless you, by the way.
Yes, Chisler Stonebed, where Grimly was very well welcomed since he is also a dwarf. And
Surly.
in the process, they lost contact with the Storm. Not the Stormlord, that's the wrong one. Tempest King. In the process of that, Lundgren apparently was overcome with the awesome effects of his patron and suddenly just coughed up a key, which is supposedly meant for Zulthar. We'll pick up, I believe it is about either just about early evening or early morning. I forget where we ended. I think it was the end of the day. And you also...
Early evening.
Early evening? Okay. So tomorrow or sometime tomorrow or the next day. Somebody roll me a 1d2, if you don't mind. All right. So the day after tomorrow, the band will be arriving at Loburn's gates and will need entrance quickly. So we'll pick up there. Brock is still being his normal self, still filled with Dwarven paste, as he accepted Greer's challenge to just try to eat 10 of the local delicacy.
How many did he end up getting through?
That was mine. That was my challenge. Grimly, not Greer.
They're all G's to me, and they're all short. He got through about 6.
Still pretty impressive.
It's impressive, but he'll be constipated for several weeks.
MREs.
Oh.
Then it will all come out as one giant fire hose. Anyway.
Oh.
It's more like a break.
That was a bad time to drink.
Okay. So, the sky is still overcast over Loburn, as it has been for really much the last week. And like the entire time you've been here, except for the first few days where the cloud covers was kind of light.
So it's kind of polite?
Kind of light.
Oh, okay. Well, I have more gruel for breakfast, because, yeah.
Okay.
Reminds me of the hunt.
All right. So, morning comes, the city starts to bustle again. You have a silver key the size of a standard kind of gate key. What are you guys doing this day? Which means the band will be into town tomorrow.
Well, we still need to try to find a way to get a gate open.
Yeah. Get a hold of Zulthar. Damn it.
And I believe we were looking for the Storm King by sending out a bunch of birds.
Yeah.
Yes. That's right.
Tread sleeves.
That's right. It was that cliffhanger that we left on. The birds had returned an hour enough time for them to be able to communicate to you. And so far, they could not find him.
Could I? I did go out too.
That's true. Yes, you did find the Tempest King kind of wandering around, generally north of where Chislers is. Kind of going more toward the financial district and the alchemist's shop.
I will land on his shoulder.
Ah! Are you a leathery bird or are you a standard bird?
I'm just a normal bird.
Okay. Hello.
Oh God, what was it that they were saying when I left again?
Crossbows.
Grab the crossbow!
Lorraine. Lorraine.
Lorraine! Grab the crossbow!
Are you someone's pet?
Shake my head and wave with my wing.
Tridskala? Ah! Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Where are the others?
Crossbow! Lorraine! And take off and lead him back to the tavern.
Okay, the inn. You come back in, and the Tempest King pays for a night or two's stay in Chislers. He gets his own room. It also uses 2 beds to fit him in it. Compared to I think it was 6 for me and Moira.
I think so. Something like that.
Yeah.
By the way, for those of you who weren't here last time, the Chislers is run by a dwarf, and everything is dwarf-sized, except for the doorways and the general buildings. It has been retrofitted for dwarves, compared to literally everywhere else in the city, which has countertops for Goliath, humans, and halflings and dwarves. Okay.
In other words, I probably wake up with a bad back. It's fine.
Make me a Constitution save.
Oh no. I didn't say anything.
You're fine.
Yay.
You actually slept pretty good. These beds, despite the fact that they're small, are very comfortable. A little on the hard side, but yet they still have a little bit of give to it, so it's great for support.
I basically just found a comfortable spot and was like, no, I'm not moving. I'm good.
That's me sleeping on wooden floors.
Mhm.
Anyway. Brock excuses himself to the latrines and will stay there for the foreseeable future. As you just hear rage, he's trying to rage force it.
It's just one constant. Anytime you walk by, there's no beginning or end to it. It's just.
Yeah, so as he's going Dragon Ball Z in the latrine, trying to pass the paste.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z, this time on Dragon Ball Z, next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Dude, they could pull that out for 6 months.
Previously on Dragon Ball Z. And then you just hear this one singular water drip, and then it continues on.
Oh man.
Okay.
So anyway.
Is it even a D&D session if you don't make at least one poop joke?
Or
really-
just-
I think it is.
Yeah. How's your Discord treating you tonight, Steven?
So far, it's working.
Good. All right.
I'm just looking up something that I could summon.
That's not a Belgora?
No, just as cool, but not a Balgora.
Okay.
Pikachu.
So, beyond the constipative efforts of Brock, what is happening this morning? Do you wish to see what you have summoned today, Tritzkala, or are you going to hold off?
I'm probably gonna hold off for now. Probably a little distracted.
Okay. It does
By
kind
the
of
rage.
it does kind of echo throughout Chiselers. And you hear Derek say, "Do you need some help in there?" No? Okay.
Do humans always sound like that?
To me?
No.
To me, yes. I totally forgot what the voice I did for Derek last time. Okay. So, the day is moving on. The forced sounds get louder and sometimes wane every couple of minutes. It kind of sounds like an ambulance.
Do I have my diamonds yet?
You have not received any support from
Merchants?
Toadspore or anyone else, especially since you have recently moved and the information is getting around to the people who need to know where you are.
Can we just go find them?
You
I
could.
don't think we know where they are, do we?
That's what I was looking into.
Someone might know. Where?
I'm actually thinking if I could. They might know, but I never really asked them if they knew where Isra and Mr. Black were. So we could go check with Book and Knoll, or maybe we might run into him at the Artificer.
No, that is not who I need to talk to. I need to talk to the people that are getting the diamond.
Pretty sure that was Isra.
I have an idea. I'm going to reach into my rust bag of tricks, specifically that one.
Okay.
4, 6, and 2. Oh, good. I got an owl. So it's an owl, a boar, and a goat.
Nah.
That's perfect because now I'm going to ritual cast Animal Messenger,
Okay.
which has to be a,
Owl or goat or a boar.
god damn it, tiny beast. I think that's a small. Let me check real quick.
Greer the owl's about your size. He's watching you.
Oh no, it is tiny.
Oh, damn. Wait, it is about your
Huzzah.
size.
Ha.
I'm small, fucker. Not tiny.
All right, so,
Okay.
so it comes up to your shoulder, then to your head. Okay.
Let me see if I can click the spell so you guys can see it. There it is. Is it going to go through? Come on. I guess not.
You have spell card.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
You can use an animal to deliver a message. Choose a tiny beast you can see within range, such as a scavarl, a blue jay, or a bat. You specify a location which you must have visited and a recipient who matches a general description. It is a man and woman dressed in the uniform of the town, a guard, or a red-haired dwarf wearing a pointed hat. What if they don't have a pointed
Oh
hat?
shit, that's me.
Target beast travels for the duration of the spell towards a specific location, giving about... Wow. That's a long time. Okay. What level are you casting this at? Oh, you're ritualing enchantment in level 2. Got it.
Yeah.
And you're sending this where?
I'm going to describe Toadspore and send him a message telling him where we are. And that we need to see him and everybody else.
Okay. I will point out that this says a location and a recipient.
Damn it. Does the city count as a location?
I'm gonna have to say no on that one.
Damn.
Although it has been told to Book and Null that you have a new location, I will hint that you could send one to them because you have been there, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that then. Send a message to the person in charge telling them that we have moved to this location and to let our allies know.
Okay.
Wait, we have allies?
Which
I'm
one
fairly
are
certain they're already doing that, right?
you could you could
Sure.
request a visit today.
Sure.
Are you sending the owl or are you sending the goat?
I don't think a goat is small enough.
Oh, he has a tiny goat.
What about a baby goat or one of those miniature fainting goats?
The owl takes off.
Unfortunately, the bag of tricks doesn't specify.
The owl, moderately blinded by the sun, still manages to go in the generally correct direction of Book and Null's bookshop. Sorry, Book and Null's Fine Stories. It doesn't take long for it to get there, and probably about 10, 15 minutes, the owl returns to you.
Okay. Does it have a message or just it returns?
It just returns.
Okay.
Woo.
I pat it on the head.
It kind of
Excellent
fluffs.
work.
Okay. So, are you going to wait to see if anyone shows up, or are you going to try to do anything else?
Tred's just gonna blink.
As much as I hate to say this, does anybody know how to get a hold of the demon?
Me and Moira just looks to Frederick.
I mean, he kind of just has a way of showing up when we're talking about him.
So we could just mention him a few times.
Oi,
and
you
then
little
he's
shit.
here.
The door just kind of slams open, and he's just there.
Hey, I have magical powers.
Oh no!
And it's Devil. Thank you very much. Just kind of walks in and closes the door
I
behind him.
didn't hit you. Deal with it.
See, I don't summon him. I summon the other ones.
Which you should
You-
not do either.
You summon the
I mean-
chaos.
I can. Occasionally.
Me and Moira's just staring daggers at you.
For once, it's not me. Zulfa kind of saunters into the middle of the room, kind of looking at all the different location. I think this is a trade down, but it's nice and dark in here.
I like it.
Of course you would. There's like one window, and it's mostly kind of boarded up so that the sun doesn't get in, but it can be opened. It's in the adjacent room, the one where most of the humans are staying.
Okay.
You said you have business with me?
Actually, I do. Yeah.
He gives kind of a smirk. And what might that be?
I have this key, and I bring it out of my bring it out of where it was on its leather cord, and I show it to him. Do you know what this is for?
Kind of squints at it. Gets real close to it, but kind of hovers around it. Kind of like, you know, when a cat sees something that it wants that's in your hand, it just kind of follows it, like, give me the thing. This is, well then, might be quite useful. Although you do offer me a poison chalice, champion.
I do.
Yes, very much so. Your patron has granted me a favor. Access to some, if not most, of my elite forces to aid in the taking of this city. But at the cost of a significant amount of my power for a period of time.
I'm not one to play devil's advocate here. But if a semi-godlike, we'll say demigod, who is our young friend's patron, is giving a devil permission to summon literally other devils, I think it'd be okay if I summon one, right?
No.
It's all a matter of opinion.
In my opinion, is no.
Well, you're not my mom.
Also
I'm
not to
not
recognize.
I mean-
You act like
Nah, not really. I have an actual mother. I had an
she's
actual
not
mother.
ill.
I don't know if she's still. We'll
But
find out
she-
later.
Is not ill.
Well,
Which
yeah.
means I am the closest thing.
Are you the highest ranking clergyman in the area?
Me?
Yes, you.
And make me? I'm not sure.
You just hear this very loud struggling sound coming from somewhere else in the...
Better be careful. He's gonna blow a blood vessel.
He's probably blown like 3 already.
Ah, my O-ring.
So, will you allow me this key? Or are we just going to stand here
Well,
looking at each
If
other?
you're willing to
intently?
use its whatever abilities it grants you, yes, I'll give it to you.
Mm.
Well then. He stretches out his hand and give it
I
to
want
me.
to snatch it. If I
It's,
can.
it's of no use to you.
Can I intercept?
Yes. Okay, so Miyamura, you're grabbing for the key.
Yes.
Frederick, you're grabbing for the key. I need.
No. I'm grabbing to smack her hand away.
Okay. Dexterity, opposed dexterity checks.
Oh no.
Do you have bad dexterity?
I have very bad dexterity.
Okay. Oh God.
Oh, damn.
So Frederick, you
Oh.
reach out trying to intercept her hand, but it's like a freight train just plows through and clamps over Lundgren's hand with the key in it. It's just this giant cow woman's hands now engulfing yours, Lundgren.
Wait, she's a heifer?
Yeah, she's
Has
Furbolg.
Miyamura ever had a calf?
No,
Oh God.
You don't know.
that's my knowledge.
I mean,
I do
technically,
think
that's
furball
the
children
separation.
are called calves, honestly.
Or, you know, I'm just having fun.
Anyway,
Cow silliness aside, what's up? Now we're holding hands, and she's holding the key in my hand, and my hand is just kind of there. It's like, what's up?
She is looking at Zoltar.
Okay.
What are you going to do with this?
I'm going to gain my forces, as was requested, to aid in the liberation of this land. Or at least some of my forces.
What does it do? Does it unlock the gate?
It unlocks a gate. A temporary one.
That's rather ominous.
Everything to do with these things are ominous.
Neither opens direct access to the Nine Hells. Merely a pocket dimension between ours and that. Does that assuage your fears?
No,
That's too bad.
but it is better than the alternative. I'm going to slowly let go of it and back away.
Zuthar's hand is still extended. He's not moved during this entire proceedings, and he makes no motion to grab the key from you.
From me.
Yes.
Okay, so I've got to go give it to him. Obviously. Okay. What,
Is it
they
kind of
dangle
an
out in front of him or
SUV?
put it in his hand?
His hand's just out like, give me a piece of candy, kid.
Stick it up
All
his
right.
nose.
No. All right, here. Hold the key out.
And he kind of holds it underneath the key.
Okay, I let go of the key so it lands in his hand.
And he catches it, kind of turns it over in his hands a few times. Raphael always was a trickster. And he kind of pockets it. I am under the impression that your, and he uses air quotes, reinforcements will be here on the morrow.
Yes.
Well, I shall, and he uses air quotes again, intercept them to inform them that they will also have reinforcements and to not be as alarmed as the city guard would be. And as a token of good faith, and he shoots a steely glare at Miyamura, I'll instruct my forces to only go after the Hell Knights and their allies, which we can tell quite easily. He kind of starts turning and going towards the door.
Hey, you get no response from me anymore. She's just glaring at him still.
Door opens, and he leaves. Okay. The handoff has
We are
been
planning
done.
on getting rid of him after all this. True.
How do you plan to do that?
Beat him till he's a bloody pulp.
Oh.
And throw him in the ocean.
Probably not gonna work so
I
well.
was going to say, is that before or after he kills you?
Maybe take him on a nice little sailing trip.
And
Throw
tip
him
him
in
over
the
the
ocean.
edge when he ain't looking.
With a
I
couple
doubt
cannonballs attached
we
to
can
him.
get rid of him that easily.
Agreed.
I know Al. But I will need help to banish him. But that is after this. But do not worry, Clea. I have plans.
I'm not worried. He doesn't seem like he can dodge very well.
That's your rationale. Well, okay.
Greer is young. He's basically just come into adulthood.
Oh, okay.
Trent, I have a quick question, sir.
I might have a quick answer.
Can you remind me what Stuk does?
Stuk gives
Oh,
you
God.
Stuk gives you advantage on attacks and gives your opponents disadvantage if you make the DC.
And what was the DC for it?
let me look that up in my nifty, handy notebook. I believe the DC was rather low. However, the dosage goes up kind of exponentially if you start to fail. And then if you fail the DC, if I remember correctly, it does the opposite to you. So you roll at disadvantage and they roll at advantage. So it's kind of a two-edged sword. That is not... I have a lot of S names in this thing. There we go. Okay. The DC is 16
Okay.
for Constitution.
And how long does it last for?
I don't know. Let me check this thing out. I believe it is 1d6 rounds.
Oh, so it's only rounds.
It's rounds or minutes. I would say it probably lasts minutes.
Okay. Just 'cause I'm going through the old
List.
yeah, and I'm making plans. I do have one question actually. Do you know? Fuck. No, we probably couldn't find it in town. Never mind.
I'm intrigued
Depends on
now.
what it
Answer.
is.
A potion of enlargement.
There might be something like that in existence in the town, whether it's for sale to the common people, since most of this is heavily government subsidized.
Yeah, that's why I figured.
Yeah. You would not be able to get it in the next day or two.
Okay. All right. That answers all my questions. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So the handoff has been had. Your barbarian is out of the fight due to intestinal issues. Messages have been sent. Are you waiting for your other contacts to show up, or what are you doing?
I would like to just go for a walk after dealing with fucking Soulfire.
Okay.
And possibly send a message to someone.
Okay.
I'm gonna hang out with the dwarf and Pryaner unless they need me for anything else.
Do you need him for anything else?
I don't.
I don't think so.
Well, I'll say if you guys need me, I'll be in the bar.
Okay.
Frederick is just going to spend unless he's absolutely needed, he's going to spend the day in some quiet contemplation, because he's been in a similar place once before.
Okay. So
The outside, does it have like a landing outside, like a nice big porch?
No, there's not this. Well, most buildings within Loburn have a wooden facade. Very few of them have porches or balconies. Most of these buildings are very much blockhouse types. There might be a small ledge outside of the windows for moderate safety's sake, but there's no porches or balconies. There's a few, like the keg has one, but Chiseler's does not. So you spend the next couple hours, Grimly, Roll me a charisma check.
Charisma saving throw. Sorry.
No, just click on charisma. Okay, you have a pretty decent conversation with the proprietor. You don't really get to know him all that well. It's just more of swapping some stories about, man, that it's so much different on the surface. They don't know how to do stonework, and just generally griping. You don't really
Yeah.
connect as much as, say, anyone else. It's just kind of like two grumpy people sitting down to grump about things.
I'm cool with that.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Frederick, you spend these next few hours in, I would assume, something akin to meditation.
No, not even like meditation, just like staring out.
Okay.
Focusing.
So just being creepy.
Well, no, I'm not staring at people. I'm like staring out the window.
Okay.
That does not
That's still creepy.
change what I just said.
So,
Doesn't mitigate this very well.
do you have the window open or closed?
Probably open if there's a nice breeze.
I would say, I think we're currently in the summer. I really need to mark down when we are in the yearly calendar for this game. There is a decent breeze. There is actually a pretty strong wind coming from the west. It has somehow managed to make it past the two ominous towers and make it into your window. It kind of curves in a little bit because the window's kind of on the north side.
Okay.
All right, Tretzkala, what are you doing?
If we don't have any plans, I'm just going to go on an excursion as a bird. I have one more wild well, this is the day after going to get the Tempest King, right?
Yes, this is the day after.
Okay. So I have two wild shapes. I'm going to use both of them. I'm going to take a break in between, just so I can rest. But I'm going to go on 4-hour excursions because that's how long I can stay a bird, and just go around the city, try to get a layout, try to see what's going on, the general feel of the city.
Okay, so on your bird excursions, I need perception checks using your bird stats.
I believe in wild shape I keep mine.
Ah, yes. Okay, using whatever is your perception modifier then. Okay.
25.
Okay, so the first 4-hour excursion, you fly pretty much around most of the city. I'm assuming you're doing very high up. Are you level with the top of the prison and the furnace, or are you above that?
Probably level.
Okay. So
Maybe slightly above, just so I can so I could fly over them if I were to head over that way.
okay. So which area do you go over the entire city, or do you go over a specific area of it?
The first one is just the first 4 hours. I'd like to just do the general city. The second 4 hours more specific to the prison and the camp and the tower.
Okay. All right.
And
So
the showers in the prison.
there are no easy access ways into the prison. So, as you fly over the general purpose of the city, I say that the first perception check you did, you can see that there is a decent bustle of activity, more so than you expected, and in a different way than you expected. You see that the almost continual flow of slaves that you saw when you first came into the city has slowed to a trickle. And there definitely seems to be more armored people going around the city, and there does seem to be some preparations going on. But as much as life can go on around that, the city seems not like it's battening down, but it seems like parts of it have forewarning of something.
Mm-hmm. Good to know.
Okay. Now
I will relay that to the party when I return, but I'm gonna finish my other excursion first.
All right. Roll me a secondary perception check.
Yep. Oh, not as good.
Okay. So while the hustle and bustle is still clearly evident around the furnace, the prison, and the camp, you don't really get as good of a look because of the continual smog that's coming up from the furnace day and night.
Mm-hmm.
As you get close, it seems as if that weird voice phenomenon that you encountered when you tapped on the window the last time has expanded several hundred feet from the top of the furnace. So it's like you start to go in, it's not, you don't need to make a wisdom saving throw, but it's like interference. It's a significantly larger amount, enough so that it has gone beyond the confines of the building itself.
Okay. When I return, I will tell the party this.
Okay.
But that takes literally over 8 hours because I'm resting in between just to take a quick breather.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
So basically, you can tell us in the morning when we have no time left.
I'm not taking a long rest, more like a 10-minute or an
10
hour
minutes.
rest. So I'll be back in the nighttime, but I'll still be back before
So yeah, like
everyone goes to bed.
So the thing with Zulthar and the sending of the message, that happens kind of like between 7 and 9. So by like 5 in the afternoon, getting towards
Yeah.
evening, Tritzgal will return.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming your thing is going to take a bit, right, Mia?
What? Sorry.
Your walk and messaging.
I didn't hear what you said about that.
It's going to take a while?
Yes.
Probably.
Sorry,
Okay.
I didn't hear that part.
All right. So,
Sorry, I'm crunching on stuff and it's loud and I should probably turn the volume up.
okay, we'll deal with
okay.
Lundgren because he's
Sorry.
probably not going to be doing much of anything other than try to make some perfume. What are you doing, Lundgren?
How about making a healing potion? How about that?
Okay, medicine and intelligence, please. Most likely DC 15.
Doesn't he have a bonus because of the books?
All right, you do have a bonus. Add a +2
Okay.
to your roll.
From the books.
For medicine.
Yes, okay.
Okay,
Come through, I can't see it.
Yeah. 18
Not
plus
bad.
2. And now for
Okay.
your intelligence,
1.
I hope not. Hold on.
watch it.
Explode in his face.
Okay, with the rolling of 8. Okay, so you get all the stuff together and you manage to make a 1d4 healing potion. Just 1d4. No additional
Okay.
benefits.
Success. Partially.
You just hear this mad scientist cackling coming from the other room, Frederick, as you stoically stare out the window.
And in the background,
Now I have 2 1d4 healing potions.
Oh, going back to that, it has definitely started to come into the background. Like no one's noticing anymore how much he's been you
bearing down.
You don't know how.
Noise.
You don't know how, but somehow the amount of sweat he's pouring out while he's making this noise is somehow communicated through the grunt.
You've been hanging out with them for way too long, dude.
Somebody should tell him that's bad and he should knock it off.
You can go in. I'm not.
Okay.
I walk down to the lobby and meditate down in the front area.
Okay. The first few hours of meditation, if you're doing for a long haul, the grunting is starting to get to you, but as you clear your mind, it just drifts away.
That's why I left to get away from there.
Oh no, it fills the whole of Chislers.
Lorraine, get the Febreze.
Lorraine, get the plunger. Lorraine,
All right, the crossbow.
Okay, so I take
Put this poor man out of his misery. Oh.
So I guess now we can do me and Moira's.
I'm doing that off screen as per requests. You receive a message back. Your walk is very relaxing. It does actually take a while. They send their own message after you receive kind of a let me contact the help desk kind of response. Let me transfer you over to IT for a little bit. This sounds a little bit above my pay grade.
Even D&D has bureaucracy, lol.
You try turning it off and on again.
Okay.
All right, so we've done Scala, we've done Grimley, we've done Greer. Sometime during the afternoon, you just hear this thud, and the grunting has stopped.
Is it a diamond?
The blood!
Doric just kind of checks the door. Brock just passed out in the toilet.
Oh no!
And Doric just like checks his pulse. He's still alive. Just closes and just kind of locks the door and puts out of order over the thing.
Oh my god.
This is what he gets for not fucking showing up. Oh.
Twice.
Yeah.
2 hours later, you hear start up again.
Oh man, that's impressive.
Hold on. Can I cast fucking silence?
You could. What's the?
No,
Is there?
I'm saying if yes, I can. It's a second level. How long does it last?
Is there a save?
God damn it! It's up to 10 minutes. No, it just deafens an area.
Okay.
It only lasts 10 minutes though.
But you know what? It'll buy you 10 minutes of solitude.
It's a concentration spell.
Solace.
no.
That's the
So I
word I was
can't
looking for,
sleep.
not solitude.
I can't sleep keeping it going because it's a concentration spell.
Okay.
I could ritual cast it, but I'm not staying
Yeah,
up for very
I
long.
can
at
also
all.
ritual cast it, but again, I'd have to stay awake for that 10 minutes, and I can't use that 10 minutes to go to sleep.
All right. Brock rolled a
Oh.
22 in his con
Well-
save, and during the time you hear something that sounds like a squash ball hitting the wall.
Right.
Oh, and you hear, oh, finally. Oh. Door stays closed and he doesn't leave.
He just passes out immediately.
Yes. The relief emanates from the out of order stall.
I hope that's the only thing that emanates from there.
Yeah, well,
About
I'm not placing any bets.
We'll have to make
Jesus
Constitution saving throws from the smell.
No, it doesn't really smell that much, especially since he's kind of suctioned to the seat now.
Oh no, that's gonna be terrible.
Anyway, so you guys are gonna pass the night uneventfully, or nothing else happening other than Tritzkala informing you of the general area of the city and the kind of freakiness of the furnace?
I am not surprised.
They seem to be preparing.
I am not surprised. They were skying us.
It also could be the other people who know what's going to come out of our allies.
There's a knock at your door.
Okay.
Whose door?
One of the
Our-
doors.
Our door?
According to how the layout is, Miyamura's and their door is first. You guys are in conjoined rooms with a separator door.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
So there's technically
I'll-
3 doors in this room. Two rooms.
I'll check who it is.
Leaning up against the door frame, nonchalantly as possible, you see Isra Toadsfor. He has a bag over his shoulder.
Have a good night, Grog.
Oh, he's
All
in
right.
there.
Yeah, I'm fading. I'm sorry, guys. Have a good night.
It's fine.
Sorry.
You've been up for a long time.
You all have a good one, and hopefully I'll be good by Wednesday after next.
Okay.
All right.
Well, hello there.
Now he's stuck in the bathroom.
No,
Oh, no.
He's hitting on the innkeeper's wife.
Yeah.
No.
I hope not.
Run!
Thrown out of here.
I'm going to open my door for Isra. It's like, come in.
Thank you. Such a warm welcome. I believe you
You're
were.
not a devil, so
He kind of looks at you in his tiefling stare of his silver eyes. You might want to have your eyes checked. It's
you
a
are
little-
not a full devil. I know what tieflings are.
Well, that depends on who you
I
ask.
make very nice ones.
He kind of slings a bag onto one of the many beds in the room. Grimly is snoring in his corner bed. You says you needed diamonds, yes?
Ah, me?
Yes, all right. Well, they say they are girl's best friend, and I have many best friends in this bag. He opens it and he pulls out. I think you said you need 1,000 GP worth of diamonds.
Yes.
Okay. He pulls out a number of bags. 2 of them kind of give a little bit, and one of them looks like it has a kind of like a lens stuck in it, and he opens it. One is a gem of about 500 GP, and then there's a number of smaller ones that all add up roughly to 1,000.
Oh, thank you.
That's a lot of diamond.
I have seen
And
larger
this is-
hoards. I've also seen bigger diamonds. Ugh.
Do you go up against dragons?
Not if I can help it. No one's seen a dragon in several 100 years. At least they're not very native to here. If not, they've
it
been
was a
beaten
joke.
back.
It was a joke. And she pats him on the head.
Don't touch my hair. Kind of smooths it back. Ask to put your hands on me. I'm sure I will not resist you.
You're quite the charmer.
So I'm told. I like it that way. Well, your friends, besides the snow
I'm
one.
gonna organize my diamonds into smaller bags. I can't.
As you go full goblin mode with the diamonds.
It's more so I need to separate them into certain amounts so I can use the spell correctly.
Okay. He kind of goes over to the next room and, oh, your gents holding up, huh?
We're doing well, actually.
It still is very strange to see that helmet with you, not the pot. Ah.
I got to get used to it myself, so yeah, I know.
Yeah, things are going to get very exciting.
That in quotation marks.
Gus was very, animated over the last few days. He was extremely animated today. I think he's actually having some fun for once. Odd man.
He has fun.
I'm surprised too. You think he's such a prick that he wouldn't be able to have any? But this whole taking of city seems to be has made his day or his week. I have no idea. Maybe it made his whole life. Who knows?
You heard of the mage hunters that came after us, right?
I heard there was some scuffle in the city. Was that you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I see you like getting this party started early. But no, I did not notice there were mage hunters. Cal leans over to Lundgren. What's a mage hunter?
Were we actually told about them specifically, or
I
weren't
would
we?
assume Greer told you at least what they were
Okay.
when he got back.
Yeah, mage hunters are special Gant Evos forces trained to hunt and kill magic users. They're also act like an anti-magic field, I guess, some of them, and they resist having magic cast on.
That's very interesting. I should have
Yes, it
assumed
is.
that. I wouldn't have assumed that the name would be so accurate.
Yeah.
I'm used to more. Shall we
Cloak
say?
and dagger.
Just more people talking themselves up more than anything. What's the term? Saber rattling, I think.
Yeah.
Am I back at this point?
Yes, you probably have been here for about an hour.
Okay.
And you have informed the people of the stuff.
Yes. Are you aware of the preparedness of the city?
You said you're the priority of the city?
Yeah, if he's aware of
Preparedness.
how prepared their preparedness, yes.
They do seem getting ready for something. Gus was very much interested in those things. He spent most of his time, actually. And I went around, schmoozing a little bit here and there, but the pubs were a little more closed, the people were a bit more guarded, and, well, there is a slight, and you see him, like, sniff the air and smack his lips a bit. Slight hint of fear, yeah.
I did notice much activity as I flew over the city today.
Must be nice.
I could take you flying sometime if you like.
I might take you up on that, although I would prefer riding with stone ground. I like keeping my feet on solid footing for the most part.
I will guide you.
Quite, well.
Maybe bring out the boar again and turn him into a boar.
Depending on who you ask, I'm already a boar. They have no sense of humor.
Maybe we'll let Mr. Black pick the animal.
That sounds like a great idea.
I think Gus is a little too busy, especially for the festivities, as he refers to them, for tomorrow. Speaking of, I must prepare. It is getting quite late, and I do prefer to unwind a little bit before things.
Did you see the artificer before you came?
The artificer? He can't. Oh, yes, the artificer. He told me that there's. He's got the Zaletta. He has most of the other things. I believe he referred to the metamaterials. They would be a little harder to source, especially since the items being so rare, at least within Gantivos, and specifically Loburn. He told me to tell you they are working on it, and he kind of like waves it off, like he's more placating you than anything. He probably didn't hear anything from the artificer.
He's duping you.
First of all, you gave.
He's like, ah, shit, I forgot.
You told me you were giving him the medal.
I was what?
You-
Oh no.
I'm going.
Oh yes, the metal. It's still gonna take some time.
Yeah. I was gonna try and reach up and try and jump up in the air and smack him upside the back of the head.
He is surprisingly blocks it really well. What was that for?
Don't just placate me. If you didn't go see them, tell me.
I
won't be
did
as
go
upset.
see him. Whatever you asked for was not ready. I remember you discussed something with him, but hand wraps of some form. And it takes time to have things shipped around. And he kind of indicates, Loburn is landlocked. Most of the things that I have are by sea.
There is no sea around here.
See, even he notices. There's a distinct lack of salty air, the smell of semen.
Does anybody have some chalk? I've got a little bit of ink. I'll get a piece of parchment out and ink and pen and draw a big C on a piece of parchment. There's the sea.
You are a funny, small man. I like that about you. But realize that when you are moving a large amount of material around, especially in secret, it does take some time. It has been 4 days. And you have asked me every single day as my things come in. It takes time, my friend. It takes so much
I'm
time.
not very patient.
So I've noticed.
I'm trying. I try to meditate. But then you come in and all the patience disappears.
Yeah. I know a few women who are like that when I'm around them too.
They want to smack you too.
In much different ways, but yes.
Nah.
I do not understand.
We should probably have a chat sometime, Tread. Perhaps while we're flying. Or before.
That will not be possible.
Then afterwards.
Although crows can talk a little bit, so perhaps.
At this point, he kind of fishes around in his jacket, pulls out a hand-rolled cigarette, and kind of lights it. All the room begins to fill with the smell of rather not bitter tobacco, just on the cusp. Well, if there's nothing else.
Damn, I was going to try and throw the dart at the cigarette.
Cleo.
All right, so I could have put an eye
Don't
out.
smoke inside.
I have been stabbed in the last 2 days with such a dart.
It is alright. This
Want to add
this
another
building
one?
is made of stone. It is alright.
I would say this: if you throw a couple more at me, I will not be so patient myself.
Smoke outside.
He kind of blows some smoke at you. Fine, then. I bid you all good evening, and I will possibly see you tomorrow. Perhaps we'll all be dead. Who knows?
Okay, bye.
He blows a very large
Okay, bye.
smoke ring as he leaves and just slams the door. behind
Nice
him.
seeing you.
I hope you survive.
Yes, it was wonderful to see you.
He opens the door again, and you all as well. And he opens it again.
Cleo.
And I smoke what I want. Close the door.
I was trying to hit
He
him in
said-
the back with the darts.
I smoke where I want, or I smoke what I want. I thought he said where.
Where?
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to Greer. Look down at him like the mom I am apparently. Kind of crouch down and just flick him on the forehead.
I'm going to dodge that shit.
Sure.
Okay, make a. I think this would be strength, and I need a dex save.
Given my rolls, I'm not gonna hit that anyway.
Rolls a natural 20.
More than likely.
I would have to roll in that 20 to hit. Yeah, no.
Oh, almost though.
Just as you're about to flick, he just ducks out of the way.
He shouldn't smoke inside.
There
You
was
can
no
only
rule
do
against
that
it.
in a bar.
This
It's not his room.
clear. Calm down. There was no rule against it. I'll pat him on the
Like
head.
darts would have hurt him anyways.
We don't throw darts at allies. Unless they're demon.
Throw them at their backs.
I think you're missing the point.
No. I already missed the point by not hitting the cigarette. And then not hitting him.
I get this feeling you like beating people up. At times.
When
Many
you lose,
times, most of the time.
All right. That's helpful. Sometimes.
We will work on it, Cleo. Or maybe are you tired? Well,
Greer
actually,
just glares at me and Moira.
Well, perhaps you are clinky? She gives like a shading grin.
If she's doing
I don't know,
snack
how
her
about
by
you, little baby?
God.
Gonna give you a pat on the head. She's not gonna hit you. Just giving a little pat on the head. We should all get rest though. We have a very busy day tomorrow.
We should
Indeed.
be up early and get. All of a sudden, Greer looks around. What time is the band supposed to be here so we know to have that gate open?
Mm-hmm. I do not know.
Did we forget to ask them when they would be here?
We knew they'd be here in the, I want to say morning or the next day, but I'm not 100% sure what time it was.
Oh no.
Out of character.
All
I
right.
don't remember the time.
I don't think we were given one.
You can ask a clarifying question. They probably would be about 10 a.m.
Oh, well,
Okay.
I'm up before then anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm first in the sack. I'm not keeping first watch.
We do not need to watch.
Well, Mia, I'm used to keeping watch now.
Then you will get your rest for once.
Don't you not have to sleep though?
We ruled that while he doesn't need to sleep, he does need to sleep sometimes, otherwise he will
He's
go
acting in
insane.
character. Shush.
I know it's a new thing for me. Sometimes I sleep every once in a while just to retain the feel of it, but it doesn't have to be long.
So let them have his sleep for one.
Couple
Sleep,
hours,
and I'll
maybe.
stay up. I'll stay up for a little while
No,
and meditate.
no.
That like
Good.
sleeping?
Bed. Now, all of you, go.
As he
Tread's
clutches
already.
He clutches with ginormous cow hands and away it goes.
Go. Bed.
Tread's already got his furs laid out, and he just lays on it, grabs it with his hands, and then just rolls to make himself a burrito. Good night.
Good night, Tread. I'm half
This is a
expecting
burrito.
Mia to ask everybody if they brush their teeth.
Do you need any more milk? Oh God, if that
Everything is ready
kind
for
of
tomorrow.
cow person.
Stop it. Stop right now.
All right, so you guys go to sleep. About 2 a.m., you hear, God damn it, Lorraine, give
God.
me my mace! Thud.
Bud, what? I'm gonna go check that out cautiously.
You go and open the door of of the latrine that's been marked as out of order. Yeah, that was a question.
Yeah, but I'm not looking in there. Like to just say like I don't really want to see what's going on. I just want to know like if everyone is okay in there.
There's no response.
Are you okay?
No response.
Crap. I'm gonna have to look.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Well, I open the door a little bit and peek in.
Brock is unconscious, mouth open, breathing heavily. The equivalent of his pants are around his ankles. You can't see anything, but you see that there's a ripening bruise on like the front of his face.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay, so he's throwing himself, passed out, and fell off the crapper. That's canon right now.
No. He woke up the proprietor, who knocked him unconscious.
Oh, okay. It's even worse than I thought. All right, so
Or better.
no, this is pretty bad.
You can revivify it in the morning. It's fine.
In the morning.
Aren't you just a caring soul?
No.
All right, so I see that he's okay. So like,
Comparatively.
he's not in
He's
danger.
alive.
He's alive.
He'll probably have a horrible amount of
So-
cottonmouth in the morning, but
All right, so I'm not gonna touch anything or nothing like that.
nobody's
And
really
I'm gonna
weirder,
go-
man.
I'm gonna go back to bed.
You close the door at least?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, leave it wide open.
Well, he said, never mind.
Okay, so except for the weird thump in the night, everything passes with ease. We flash over to another part of the area.
Horrible pun.
Not everything passes with ease, but sure.
That was earlier in the day.
Thank you.
Okay. So, as the night progresses, we shift over to a different part of the Loburn landscape. Out in the field to the northwest, a shimmering expanse appears, and a tall, blue-skinned figure, face not very clear, steps out dressed in yellow raiment, holding a large, almost lantern-esque device. It walks about 10 to 20 feet away from where it appeared, and it kind of carves out this doorway in the air, and the door sinks into the ground, and there is a kind of darkness deeper than the night around it, and you see Zulthar kind of approach that area, the key in hand. He kind of puts it in the middle of the darkness, and the darkness then fills with all these small red specks. And then that scene fades, and the morning comes.
We have a good breakfast. You're gonna get enough food for all of us.
You hear,
Eggs and spuds.
oh, coming from the bathroom.
I might have known.
Brock, you want some gruel?
I'll take that as a no.
I think that's a yes.
No.
He really needs the eat to keep his energy up.
We'll give him something else. Give him, like, I don't know, water.
Maybe they might have some prunes around here.
All of a sudden, you
Yeah.
hear pop, 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 and it's just this continual kind of like machine gun fart noise. And he's like, ah, finally, why does my head hurt? Ah. And he stays in there for another couple of hours. All right. The morning is here. You have 2 to 3 hours before the band arrives.
Well,
do
what
you do?
time do you guys want to take out the gate to make sure that they don't really have that long to wait?
They're going to arrive here slightly after mid-morning, I would say, before they get here. So maybe an hour maybe
If we do it too soon, they can
get it back
position
up.
more people around it.
Can we do it within 10 minutes?
Are you guys discussing this like in
Maybe.
the small eating area or in your rooms?
No, in the room, definitely. We got to do this in private.
That's why I said I brought the food up.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
A very chipper knock sounds at your door.
I'll go open it.
All right.
Mr.
Since our
Black is
door
standing
opener-
there.
Hi, Mr. Black.
Hello, sir.
Come on in.
Good morning. Good morning. He kind of pushes in. He seems out of character happy.
Hey, Mr. Black.
Mm,
If you were to turn Istra into any animal, what would you choose?
I immediately thought it's snake to match his nature.
Okay. Fred, take him out as a snake.
But he cannot fly as a snake.
He said he'd prefer to walk it, be on the ground anyways.
I suppose.
Is it way? Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Lovely day, is it not? He kind of rubs his hands
Yeah.
together and kind of sits on the edge of one of the beds. He's missed the case that he generally has with him is gone. It's not there.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is. I thought he never went anywhere without that thing.
The band will be here in quite a short amount of time. And then we will have a most glorious day. Where is your barbarian friends?
In the crap.
He tried to eat too much dwarf gruel or porridge or whatever it is, and he's been in the bathroom ever since.
That is a poor life choice. A very poor life choice. Remind me never to eat that dwarven gruel.
He ate 6 bowls of it on a dare from Grimly, who looks like he is not feeling good either.
Then.
Is he asleep or dead? I can't tell from here. Tread's still wrapped up in his burrito on the floor.
Mr. Black goes and kind of pokes Grimly, who kind of lazily swats him away. I've never seen a dead man do that before, unless they were undead, so I would say that he kind of sniffs him. He is very much alive.
He is not undead.
There's another knock at the door, and Mr. Black goes up and answers it, and it's the Tempest King. It's good to see you again. Please come in.
Who was it you kind of cut out for me? Sorry.
Tempest King.
Tempest King.
Okay, thank you. Discourse being a butt.
It seems like it's being a butt for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steven said he's having trouble that he can only hear me.
I'm hearing other people now, but there's like a 20-minute section where it was just silence, and then like your voice, and then silence.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's almost as if Discord is causing discourse.
I just like
I deserve that.
Anyway. So, do we have a plan of attack? I was thinking that you would assist in the taking of some of the gates, and you, John, I would say, would aid me or some of the others in organizing some of the local rabble as we begin to take charge of the city. You're way too happy.
we need to take a gate.
I gathered.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I
supposed to
was
be like,
asking.
I think there's like 12 people
Just
we
one
have to
gate.
take out.
Yes.
12 people on the gate.
Roughly.
I believe that was what the count was. Is that correct, Trent?
Roughly.
Yes, around 12.
Okay.
That is not my specialty, unfortunately.
I can do it.
With
If,
your weapon?
Technically, yes.
And not by summoning anything?
If someone would like to come and give me a hand with it, that'd be most appreciated.
I figured we were all gonna go.
I
Clear
figured
up the
we.
gate.
I mean, if we're all gonna go and take the gate, then it wouldn't be a big issue. Then it'd be easy. I thought
It
was
is
like-
heavily guarded.
Oh, that's a
I thought
hefty
you were
comment.
like,
They are well equipped.
I thought it would be like 2 people go here, 2 people go here, that kind of thing, and then we meet back up.
Obviously, the overall goal is to seize the points of interest, such as the keep, the furnaces, and the prisons. Those are our
Keep
major
in the
goals.
prison.
Could you repeat that, Stephen? Because I didn't really
Oh.
catch it.
No, don't worry about it. I was mumbling to myself. I said it out loud.
Okay. And there's still that sentinel wandering around town.
It seems like that is what you want to do.
Perhaps it is. Like I said before, you're way too happy about this. Shush.
I don't know. I like singing.
It's nice.
He looks strange, happy, but a good strange.
Aren't we all a little strange?
Yeah, you got me there.
As in. Shall we be going? I believe it's about a 20-minute walk. Oh, sorry. That's the
Yeah,
wrong.
let's
That's the wrong
go.
voice. I believe it's about a 20-minute walk. Yes. Isra and his voices are way too similar.
I know. It's just so funny. It's got the wrong voice. Let me just whisper it. Okay, right voice.
Yes.
Let me whisper it with a
it.
little rasp, and we got it.
We have to have the rasp. Yes. I don't know why I chose such a hard voice for him to have. Anyway.
Alright, let us go.
He kind of gets up from the bed he was sitting on, kind of claps his hands together, and strolls over towards the door, opens it, and like ushers you out.
Trent, just for you, just so you know, I went ahead and out of the bag of holding, I got a shield. So I have a shield with me now, just so
Nice.
you're tracking.
Okay.
Something for you to track.
What'd you say?
Something for you to track as far as your AC goes.
No, I know, but Trent knows that I usually use a great sword. So
Mhm.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Stop. Why are you being like that?
I'm very confused.
To the gate.
Dun 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 dun. Ba, ba, da.
Etc.
Okay,
Okay.
so you guys make it from roughly here all the way down to over here over the next 30-40 minutes. Along the way, a short red-headed child. I think he was red-headed. No, possibly.
I thought he was blonde.
I thought he was blonde. Let me just quickly transfer through like 30 pages of notes that I have for this campaign in my own crappy handwriting. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba.
Or we could just say he's blonde.
No, he has like lightish brown hair.
Blonde.
An individual that you would recognize as Tater from the Scholars.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He looks
Hey,
about as
Tater.
dirty as before. In fact, possibly like a little dirtier, like he just rolled around in the dust for his morning breakfast.
Possibly he somehow got dirtier. How we don't know, but he managed.
Somehow he managed. Like, this kid was filthy before. Now he's even filthier.
Hello, sir.
Hello? How are you? Mr. Black, there's everything seems to be in order. We're all getting ready. So this is good.
Are you alright?
I'm fine, yeah. Why?
Nothing. He seems out of it or high as fuck.
I really couldn't remember his voice, so I'm just rolling with this. That and I don't do semi-southern accents very well.
There's really only two you gotta know, and it's the Southern plantation owner and the ignorant Southern. Those are the only two you need to know.
And this boy is the ignorant Southern. Bless his heart.
The hearts will be
Bless
blessed.
his heart.
Bless his little heart.
Bless his little heart.
My mom literally said bless his heart today, by the way. Like, that is
Oh, that poor
very
person.
Southern.
This is poor person. Anyway, Mr. Black kind of shoos him away, and you guys make it to within like a block of the southwestern gate.
Okay.
But now it's starting to get a little warm. The sun isn't really shining through as much, but it's brighter than it usually is for Loburn.
Which still gets me.
You said it's warm. Oh god. Eh.
It's kind of like the first summer day kind of feel. So it's still got a little bit of like a cool breeze from spring. But it's starting to get to that change just a little bit. Okay.
Sorry. Once again, I have a character that actually has to worry about the heat or the weather, temperature. There we go.
Because it's
That's
bad.
the word I was looking for.
Because it's bad for armor.
No, she's covered in fur.
And
Yeah.
mostly health, too, yeah.
Pretty much once it gets to at least semi-warm, she's pretty much in like a sports bra and a skirt underneath her armor, and that's it.
Okay. So, are you guys going to be heading toward the gate sooner? It's edging towards 10. You may have 20 to 30 minutes.
Yes, we have to go.
We have to. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Do
I
not
wish we had our full group with us.
From the distant sound, you hear constipation.
Oh no.
Okay. I'm just gonna put this over here. There we go. No one sees that. No one look at it. Stop.
Stop.
Stop. Okay. So the area around the walls, despite the fact that it is rather packed, has an open area. There's a number of guardsmen on the walls and on the ground. As you are kind of nearing that, you hear this warning horn sound somewhere from the walls, and people start moving into action. The guards begin to take up position blocking the door. The crossbars are drawn. The attention seems to be directed out.
Gotcha.
All right, and
From here, can I see if there's like a mechanism to kind of lower the gates or open them?
it appears to be a giant wooden beam that you slide out and you open the doors.
Okay.
Does it look like it can be broken and then you could open up the doors?
That piece of wood is probably about as thick as you.
That's fine.
So it either could be broken or it could be pushed to the side.
Tredscala, can you turn into that big thing you were the other day and run into it?
I can try. I don't know if it'll work, but yes.
No, we just need to move the bell. That is all we need to do.
All right. I'm going to go into a full sprint.
Okay.
I would like to follow him.
Bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Okay, you guys are
As a lizard folk, still a lizard folk for now. I'm going to transform as soon as I start to get close to the people.
okay. Their attention is directed specifically mostly at the door.
Oh, good. So basically here.
Mm-hmm.
Can I attempt to grab onto Tread once he transforms into big thing?
Yes.
Hey.
Are you turning into your
And
Allosaurus?
I am turning into the Brontosaurus,
Oh crap.
the gargantuan one.
Is this the right one? This is not the right one.
I'm trying to stay with me and Moira, but
I'll position my tail so that she can climb it, if that's at all possible.
I can't move my character for some reason.
I probably copied it from the thing, and then you weren't given permission for that one. Because you had two on that map that I was using, and no, you have control of it.
Okay, it just doesn't like my mouse and everything on here.
Essentially, I just want to be on top of the big dinosaur so that I can support from there.
Mm-hmm. Where is the thing? There it is.
Kind of like the healer staying behind the tank. Like that is what's going on right now.
Accurate.
Okay. Okay. We are using this dragon as before for your Brontosaurus form.
Excellent.
So we're just gonna move Tread over there. But bam. It's you're there somewhere. You turn into a large brontosaurus, and this guy is
Gargantuan.
using large not in the D&D term, but in the physical term.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And the guy's like looking at the door, and all of a sudden he looks back. What the? And the long Sinclair head of Brontoscala.
Brontoscala.
I like it.
Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah.
And I'm just charging.
Okay.
It still has a speed of 30. I'm just running straight for the wall.
Okay. Are you heading for the door or are you heading for the wall?
The door.
Okay.
I have a better chance of getting through the door.
Okay. I'm just gonna make some general dexterity saving throws for these guys because you're going through like 4 of them. This is not
For
looking
some
good.
reason it's not letting me move it.
Hmm.
I can select it, but I can't move it.
Okay. So this guy gets trampled, and so do.
Should I roll a stomp for that?
No.
Okay.
No, don't do that.
No, these guys really don't have all that much health anyway. The only one who makes it out of the way is this guy. Everyone else is kind of turned to paste.
Oh God.
Oof.
Make me a strength save as you try to bash into this door.
Okay.
With guidance.
You're now guided.
Saving throw. Okay.
You now have guidance.
Guidance! I add a plus
Plus
4?
just,
A
roll
D4?
A D4.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. So I have to use the creatures bonus. How about a natural 20?
Oh,
Okay.
And a 4!
that's great.
So
That was fucking awesome.
the doors that open inward just burst out as Brontoscala just hammers through them. Splinters going everywhere. Meanwhile, you kind of have to duck a little bit as he goes through the gateway. And in front of you, you see the open plains, and you see a dust cloud of a set of horse coming towards you. And even at this distance, you can start to hear the thrum of their hooves. What are the rest of you doing?
I want to move over to here a little bit to try to follow them a little bit, just in case. I don't think they need help, but
Okay. The guards are starting to react, and some of them. This guy just like ditches his stuff and runs. These
As he
two.
goes, I would still like to shoot him with a Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Okay.
Chance.
Yeah. I would say you have an opportunity to Eldritch Blast him. That first one does not hit.
Alright, that's my... Yeah, first one. Where's the button at? Second one. 17?
All right, that does hit. He did drop his shield. He takes nice 9
Nine.
force damage.
And wherever he is, just 10 feet away.
Okay, so as he's running, just boom, and he's like flung to the ground. It's like, oh, and he just gets up and starts scrambling faster.
Okie doke.
these other two kind of hear that impact, see the stuff, and one of them looks like he runs off in a direction like towards the center of town. The other guy's like, I didn't sign up for this, and he just like he also runs, but he at least has the presence of mind to keep his stuff with him. All right. One of the guys on the
Can I get an attack of opportunity as they leave my range because I have reach?
yes, you may.
I have a 20-foot
It's
reach.
just like,
You know what? Let's try it. Hi, I'm Kara. Shut up, Kira.
Gonna guess a 14 doesn't hit.
Damn.
Yeah, that just misses.
Damn. Whip the tail at him and it just misses. Mists. What the hell?
What the hell? Well, you're kind of in the gateway right now. As the tail, so you're kind of like slapping each side. You know how a dog like is halfway in, halfway out, is just slapping against the sides. You're just kind of clearing the area. Ah, yeah, that's just crapping out. All right, we're gonna stop that. Okay, that was a good experiment. Anyway, so
oh, it sounded fine for me.
all right, then we will
I just had to
resume.
change the volume of it.
It's a little stuttery for me, but we can work with this. One of the guys on the wall is just looking down. It's like, what the hell? And the archers on the are just starting to launch arrows as the horse gets closer.
How tall is the wall?
15 to 20 feet.
Yeah, if I could fucking move my character, get over there and just run up the wall and go after this guy right here.
Okay.
God damn it.
Lundgren, can you fly me up there?
Up on top of the wall, sure. How heavy are you?
Not that heavy.
You sure?
Yeah.
With
That
including
is a
armor?
rude question to ask, I am told.
I mean, I'll say I'm carrying like
Can't talk right now.
80 pounds of gear, so like 260.
Okay. I just wanted to know. That was helpful. I cast Radiant Soul. Or, wait a minute. No. I could do Dimension Door.
If you want to burn one of your spells for that.
Choose.
Yeah, let's do it.
wisely.
Let's do it. Let's burn the spell.
Okay.
All right, where you guys want to end up?
Where do you want it? At the red, right here?
Over here.
Over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You blip on over to the top of the wall.
Nice,
and
huh?
The archers are continuing to fire.
I'll go ahead and take a couple swings at this guy right.
Can I? Brontosauruses have long necks. I'm assuming with my 20-foot reach, that's a long neck.
Yes.
Can I trip them or knock them off with my neck?
You are currently technically under the wall currently.
Okay.
So that's like unless you can justify 20 foot straight out, then like hyperflex yourself all the way back up and try to like hit somebody with the side of your face. No.
Can I see them shooting? Like, can I see the arrows going out?
Yes, you can. You can also.
Okay, so I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of the way for everyone coming through the gate, and I'm gonna try to get around so that I can get to the snipers.
Okay. Are you going through or back in the gate?
Does it look like there are soldiers blocking the gate on the outside?
No.
Okay, I'm going to stay inside then.
Okay. This epic music sucks. Come on. All right. So you pull yourself back in. From what you can see, there are a number of reddish puddles that have some metal in them. In your wake.
That explains why my feet hurt.
My foot's hurt. Okay. What Greer? All right. Let's roll a little bit of initiative. That way we have a little
Yes,
bit
I
of
was
an order.
wondering when that was gonna.
Good idea.
Just so we know what the hell is going on, when it's going on, why it's going on.
Wow, that's a horrible.
I don't think any of us know why it's going.
Okay.
Should I use the Brontosaurus's dex for initiative?
It's what?
Physical, yeah.
Okay. Well then, my initiative's not going to be anywhere near as good as usual.
It's good.
That's because you had like a +10.
7.
Okay.
Okay. So we have a 9. Figure it out.
9.
Moira fucking rolled awesome.
For once.
We would have had the same initiative if I wasn't a Brontosaurus.
Is that
Darn
going to
it.
be your excuse now?
No. I love
like-
being animals. That's
I would
awesome.
like to point out though that me and Moira has the same dex modifier as the goddamn Brontosaurus.
Yeah.
He's also not the same size.
Oh, shit.
What a burn. Ouch.
I mean,
Me and
it's not
Moira's
fair,
gonna
I like
jump
being
through the
toll.
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 I am toll mom.
Toll mom.
It's like goat mom, but toll mom.
Bit less horny. I mean, what?
Okay.
Dogs can have horns. Just not the female.
All right, Miyamura. It is your turn. Top of the round.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got the
Oh,
highest
shit.
initiative
I didn't
roll,
even
so
realize
yeah.
I got the-
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You were astride a
Oh.
Brontosaurus war steed. There are archers on the top. A set of horses are barreling down in the area. What are you doing?
What
Okay.
do you do? Pop quiz.
See, range is 30 feet. I don't think any of you are anywhere near me.
These distances
and I
are
are, I think.
accurate.
Unless, no, okay. Not quite.
You are in the air because I am big.
Oh no, it's more so 30 feet out.
Yeah, I
It
gotcha.
is the length of the thing, not the height.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying there wouldn't be a height differential because even if the wall's 20 feet high, I'm probably about that tall.
Let's get it. Fuck. Yeah, I'll do it. Me, Tread, and Greer all have bless.
Hashtag bless. All right.
And
I do, in fact, feel hashtag.
Oop.
what does Bless do?
Bless of the 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a target attack roll saving spell and the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. No, that
Thank
does
you. I
mean
didn't see it. It took a second
does-
to show up.
that does mean guidance goes away though.
I mean, it
Bless
basically
is-
does the same thing
Yeah,
anyway.
bless is just better guidance and for more people.
Yeah.
Air of effect guidance.
Pretty much. And
That's funny.
then because that was an action. And I can't do a spell as a bonus action, so yeah, I'm good. I'll just stay on my trusty steed. That is my turn.
Okay. So, the archers really have their hands full, and they're just continuing to lay down fire at the people who are charging at them. The man next to you, Greer, is going to attempt to hit you.
Okay.
I forgot what you're... Okay. He rolled a natural 20.
AC 20. Okay.
He
You
rolled.
rolled what?
He rolled a natural 20.
Oh
He
Is
is
he within range?
30 feet in range, roughly.
Yeah, that's not a nat 20. Me.
Okay, so you just
Inside
take.
goes the defender, right?
No, we're in this
that
game.
meet
It
my
has to
No,
it has
it's
to meet the
just
AC and it hits.
Oh,
We're playing by
it
5e
hit. It's
rules
just
for
a
this.
normal attack. It's just a normal attack instead of
okay. I was just making sure.
if it. Um,
He rolled another natural 20.
No, I'm just doing the one. I can't use it all in one person.
Nice.
Okay, so that is. So the first strike, you take 2 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then you take an additional 12 points of slashing damage as he brings his great axe on the small man in front of him. Bam! Bam!
The small man.
It's the small man.
He's small and
Okay.
swole.
He is small.
Small train.
Small swole.
Frederick, it is now your turn. The archers are laying down fire. The man with the axe is hitting Greer.
That's okay. I think they can handle themselves.
I'm sure they can.
One right there. Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. That does hit.
20,
Belter Jast.
that's 13 points of force damage, and are they knocked off? Oh, they should be knocked off because they're blasted 10 feet.
Yes. All right. So, fall damage.
Ooh.
That's like what, 1d6 per 10 feet?
1d6 per 10
Yeah.
feet.
Okay. So he takes 13. So that's 2d6. He takes an additional 4 of falling damage. He's now down here. He's now prone. He's hurting. It's all sore. Suddenly the sky is right above him. He doesn't know what happened.
And for my second beam, 28 on. I'll do this guy right here.
Okay. That does hit.
That's 11 points of damage. I would certainly fucking hope a 28 hits. Goddamn.
He is super archer.
He's the strongest archer in the world. He's Robin Hood.
Yeah, he's pushed 10 feet. And then for my movement, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hello.
So, first, boom, boom. The guys get flung over the side. They're surprised. They scream. The guy with the crossbow is kind of like in the midst of pulling it back when he looks over to you. It's like, what? As the, is your hair starting to grow back, or have you started to keep it shaved?
It is in the process of growing back. It's probably a little stubbly
Okay.
now.
Frederick doesn't have those Norse genes where it's like, in a day I have a full mullet.
It's not as great as it's cracked up to be, believe me.
It's really not.
It's
I
not.
know.
It sucks.
Shaving all the time.
I used to have to shave twice a day when I was in.
That sucks. Sounds like my cousin. Okay. Greer. Unless you have anything else to do, Frederick.
No, not at this moment.
Okay, Greer, it is now your turn. A man has just hit you with a great axe. 2 people have been flung off of the roof. Off the tower? No. Off
I'm
the
gonna
wall.
smack him with my quarterstaff using a key point for
Flurry of
Set.
blows.
Flurry of blows.
Which is unarmed strikes. So you have 2 strikes with your quarterstaff and 2 strikes with your unarmed.
Yep. I'm gonna be trying to knock him back, so it'll be a strength saving throw.
Okay.
So did all the attacks.
First 2 hit. Second two do not.
Oh wait, I need to do a D4 4 times.
Ah.
No,
yes.
you can only use it on one attack, and once you use it, it's gone.
I thought it stayed since it was a concentration.
Nope.
Oh, so it's a one and done deal.
You
That's
said my first 2
closest.
attacks hit?
Yes, the first 2 attacks hit.
Okay, I'll just go with those. And it's I think it's a DC 15 strength saving throw.
Okay. Roll your
No,
damage.
It is whenever you make it. Or saving throw.
Okay, so
And he
18
takes-
points of damage.
I had to read the spell again.
What was that? I'm sorry.
It is while I'm concentrating on it.
Are you doing it so that he flies this way or this way?
Off the wall.
Okay, so this way.
These poor guys.
Another 2d6. He takes an additional 3 points of damage and is also knocked prone as he is kicked unceremoniously off the walls. Pop, pop. He gets hit with a stick and
Then
blood
I
comes up.
backhanded him in the nuts and made him fall off the wall.
Yes.
And did you hear what I said, Greer?
It's a concentration as long as you're concentrating
Yeah.
on it.
So that means for those last 2, you can add a d4.
Okay, I'll do that real quick. I'll do 2d4. See if that changes anything.
Newsflash it won't. What?
So on that 12, if it goes up to a 16, does that hit?
No. Wait, no, yes, it would hit. It would hit.
So an extra 9. And that would 14 wouldn't hit, I'm guessing.
It would not. But he's dead anyway.
Okay.
So it doesn't
I
matter.
didn't want to beat a dead great axe wielder that hit me.
Okay.
I just don't want to beat a dead horse.
So he lands at an awkward angle,
Oh,
and you
God.
hear a very loud crunch, and he's not moving like at all. Does that end your turn, Greer?
That does end my turn.
All right, Tread. It's now your turn.
Okay, it's on top of the wall, right?
Yes, he is on top of the wall.
I'd like to just Brontosaurus headbutt him off the wall.
Okay.
Just like an athletics or something.
Yeah, I say athletics. Are you gonna knock
Okay.
him this way?
Yeah, like straight off the wall, like
Oh, so you're gonna boop him this way.
yeah, I'm like straight up headbutting off the wall, yeah.
Okay.
Instead of like trying to sweep him,
Okay.
I get a D4.
So I'm gonna say he gets
15.
a Dex save at disadvantage because he doesn't really see you.
Sure.
Okay, so he rolled a 12. Boop.
Yeah.
And he takes why is there a machine there? Why is there a sentry gun option on this? Never mind. Let's focus. And he takes 5 points of falling damage as you just boop him with your snoot over the side. Ah, poop.
I boop the snoot now. Yes, my snoot boops you, damn it. Small point of order, I did have to use polymorph instead of wild shape to transform, but it doesn't really change anything. I just have to use a spell slot.
Okay.
Okay.
So no one else is up there?
Other than your comrades, no.
Can I peek through the doorway to see what's going on out there?
You could literally just look over the wall with your 20-foot neck.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So you look over, and I feel like it's like a hand puppet. You just look over, it's just like, and you look around, and the band is getting very much closer. I need perception checks from everyone who's high enough to see over the wall, which would be everyone.
Is Miyamura?
She's on the back. She's also
on tread.
She could possibly see underneath the wall too. All right.
Perception.
22. What's up? Okay.
You can see
everyone
God.
sees everything.
Unfortunately, because of polymorph, I have to use its stats, not mine, so only a 5.
So the eyes aren't sewn on very well for the sock puppet. That is.
They face 2 different directions, and I expected them to face forward. I know, but I expected them to face forward in this form, and I'm like, wait, which eye's better?
So you see like this kind of Queen's wave going on with Tread's head as he tries to decide.
Just back and forth.
Gary's a little bit too short to see over the edge of the wall.
Yeah, you see that there's like this large dust cloud heading towards the wall. Miyamura, Frederick's not here currently, but Lundgren, you see about 200 horsemen coming towards the decently wide but now open gate. They're probably a couple hundred feet away from you. You can start to see details on like the armor and stuff, and it's a very motley crew that's coming there. Off in the distance, to the what would be the eastern side of the city, which would be if you're facing out to your left, you see a large body of horse coming to intercept them. They probably either arrive behind them, but they do distinctly have a banner that is black with a set of almost flower-like circular claws on it as they come in.
Oh.
And as the dust behind the band starts to clear, you see this massive line of dark not figures, a rolling mass of creatures coming in behind them. And as they get close, you see that there are flaming horses, what look like something, what you would know as moorbounders, or not moorbounders, the cat things, displacer beasts. Displacer beasts coming in, and each of them, and sometimes regular horses as well, some skeletal mounts, rushing in behind them are a set of these almost hulking masses of armor riding these different mounts. All distinctly have a plume of smoke or like sooty fire coming up from where their heads would be, coming in behind the band. And they're coming in faster than you expect even horses to go. And they look like they're about to sweep into the side of that distinctly Hell Knight cavalry unit coming in behind the band.
Oh.
Do they look like allies? The Hell Knight army behind them?
So it's the band coming in towards the gate. They're starting to enter now. There is one clearly flying the Hell Knight banner coming in behind the band out from the east, trying to look like intercept them or at least come into the city behind them. And behind that is a massive line of these weird horse creatures and things coming in.
So they're gonna get smacked.
By an army of devils.
Not all of
Possibly.
them.
And as they get closer, the thunder it sounds like thunder as they come closer.
Shit, what is our devil buddy's name?
Zolthar?
Zulthar?
Zolthar. I'm just gonna shout out loud. Zolthar, Are they yours? And
Zulthar
hope
just
maybe somehow through the ether he hears me.
Zulthar kind of pops. He kind of pops and he looks like he's winded up on the wall and says, "Those are mine."
You said R?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Next time, maybe a distinct or distinct flag, because it looks like the other ones too.
No, they don't have a flag.
They have no flag. They look very different. They have no heads.
I could have sworn he just said that there's a guy flying a banner.
There is a
Yeah,
banner. That's the
banner
middle.
of the-
The Hell Knight.
The Hell Knights, the bad guys.
Is it just me? Just me?
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
In this particular case, yes.
Okay, I'll illustrate this for you. I need different colors.
Forget the crayons.
Here's the band, right?
Where are we at? Oh, here we go.
Here's the band. Behind the band is some Hell Knights, or they're coming in from the side to intercept them. Then behind the Hell Knights, chasing after them, bunch of devils. So essentially, the devils are intercepting the Hell Knights that are trying to intercept.
It's a killer sandwich.
Yes.
Okay.
Murder.
So the Hell Knight's in the middle. I can fuck with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
far?
leave them alone and let the devils
Kill
take care of
them.
them, and we go back inside.
How far away are they from me?
Or not.
The band has just gotten in, so they're probably 300 feet.
300 feet?
Yeah.
300 feet, you say?
Gotta read something. Okay.
They are being taken care of. We need to go with the band.
Okay, but okay. I won't do anything.
You really want to toss something in the middle, don't you?
I found a new demon.
God damn it.
Frederick, no. Frederick, yes. If you want to burn a spell slot to summon.
Yeah, don't do that.
Because I really want to summon 2 demons later. Just back to back, just boom. Fuck you.
Frederick, what do you have? A knife. No!
What is that? A knife! No!
Mira is 100% the mother in that thing.
Be right back. I'm gonna go get my tater tots.
Tater tots.
Awesome.
Do you have some to share with the party?
Yeah, you better share.
Hell yeah.
I feel like you just made a whole bag of tater tots
Like,
right now.
Are they called hater tots?
No,
See if anybody gets that reference.
no.
I do not.
No, sorry, I don't.
All right. So, the band comes thundering through. They don't even pay attention to what's on either side of them. They just start going right for the heart of the city. And you see the Hell Knights kind of break in two. One starts going into the ranks, or attempts to go into the ranks of the forces coming behind them, while the others continue to follow the band in through the gates of what you guys see. I don't know what you guys are doing as they start to approach.
Sorry, how much room is between the band and the Hell Knights?
I'd probably say 100 feet in closing.
100 what?
100 feet in closing.
Chad, when they come through, tail whip the entire front.
Yeah.
I had an idea, but I don't know if I'd do it in this form. If I'd think of it in this form, I mean.
Oh, so you...
Oh.
Roll me intelligence.
I'll make
check.
an intelligence check. Yeah. Let's see. What is the Brontosaurus's intelligence? This is gonna be good.
It'd be funny if you smarter.
Guaranteed. I am smarter than it.
Oh
mm.
dear.
Fuck.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Let's see here. -4.
Oh god.
Hey,
Okay.
11.
Okay.
I would say you think
Not
of
bad.
it.
Not bad.
Okay. I'm going to cancel my polymorph.
Oh.
I'll give you a warning before I do it. And I will cast. I'm going to wait until they are about to come through the. And at the last second, I'm going to cast Wall of Stone.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's how wide is the gate?
It's about 15 feet wide.
So I'm putting two walls, two 10 by 10 walls, panels on the front of the gate, two on the back of the gate, and just like stacking extra ones in front of them so that they like get thicker
Okay.
right as they're about to come through.
Okay. As they're coming through, all of a sudden, you hear this sickening thud as the horses and riders collide with this sudden roadblock in their way, and the people behind them start to rein in, but not enough of them have reaction time, so they just starts to create this messy pileup of bodies and horses and armor, clogging.
I tell the group, I bought us 10 minutes. Let's go.
Those of you who are still on the level of the wall, you see the other set of Hell Knights just disappear into the ranks of the oncoming Zultharian forces. Just like they disappear. And they're getting
Wait,
closer to the
Trent.
walls.
Can you drop the
Tread.
outer wall first?
I can.
Wait
I-
for
I
me
can
to tell you, and then drop. So
All
I'll
right.
wait till the guys get till the Zolthar's forces get close.
Oh,
And
actually, if I maintain concentration the whole time, the walls become permanent.
Oh.
If I wait the whole 10 minutes to let the spell go, they become permanent. Would that be better or worse?
I don't really know. We don't want Zoltar's forces in here, but we want all the Hell Knights dead.
I feel like 10 minutes is enough time for Zolthar's forces to kill them all.
The other group's gone already.
Let's go. I can concentrate on it while we move.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say me
Okay.
and Moira joined in with the band as soon as they got through.
Okay. You have swung yourself up on an unsuspecting, rather small man's horse.
Sally,
Everybody is small. Jeez.
everybody's small to me, okay?
Me more is like 8 feet tall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So he's about average height, but it's still an 8-foot tall thing swinging up onto your horse with you. He's like, oh my god, you can't take the reins from him. It's like, sorry, this is mine now. He's just like, okay.
I'll ride with them. I'm not gonna boot him off his horse.
No, he's still there. It's just you're on the back, and you just kind of engulf him.
That poor horse, though.
That poor horse.
The horse is rather large for him.
Okay.
No.
I imagine you probably would have picked a strong horse at the very least.
Yeah,
Should
these
I just look for the biggest horse and then go?
these are mostly war
Yeah.
horses.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there'd be a push run in there.
I
You
just
hear,
wanted to make sure I was going with them.
as you go with the band from the distance, you hear the cries of people dying rise up. Who's still on the wall? Have you all started moving with the band, or no?
I'm still on the wall. I was gonna have Tread do that, but once he says he can make it permanent, I'm gonna jump down.
Okay.
I'll be on the wall for a little bit, but then I'm gonna go where I'm needed, which is probably not here.
Okay.
Would that be athletics or acrobatics to not take damage jumping off the wall?
What level you are?
Depending on what level you are, you have slow fall technically.
Yeah, I do. Okay, yeah.
Even then, you're level 9, so I think you also have the ability to run on walls.
Yeah. So yeah.
You're fine.
So you don't need to make that roll. You kind of slide down the side.
Cool monk shit.
Moonjin takes the less cool way of going down the stairs a little bit and just kind of hopping down a little bit.
Just like a little like arm shuffle jog down the stairs.
Reminds you that he has his new biker helmet or mountain bike helmet thing in place.
Well, Frederick has to take the same route.
Frederick does not have to take the same route. Frederick can jump.
And take 2d6 damage?
If you wasn't that the jumping the first thing allows you to do something.
First 10 foot is negated if you jump. Well, this is 3.5. I don't know how it is 5e.
No, it does not
But
work
as
like that in 5e.
All right.
Normally, if you choose to jump, the first 10 feet is negated.
Make me dex save so that we can see if like Frederick
Athletics or acrobatic.
see if he sticks the landing or something. I have a feeling he,
Decrease the damage.
yeah.
What was that? I have no idea.
He wants you to make a dex save if you want to jump.
Thank you. Yeah. 8.
Okay. You take 9 points of fall damage as you just yeet yourself off the top. Like you kind of tumble a little bit. It's only mostly your pride's just hurt, and you get up and it's like, I'm okay. As you guys are running toward the city, you hear the scrape of stone as you see some of the more cat-like creatures jump and start scaling the wall, coming up over the wall of Loburn, and then you hear the breaking of stone as whatever Treadskella put
Drop
up.
the wall. I
What?
meant Tread, not Trent.
What?
As I say, Tread, go ahead and drop the wall. They're just gonna break it anyways.
No, that's what buys us time. Is it being there
The
for that whole
demons are
time?
working with us.
The Hell Knights aren't.
The Hell Knights are
I
pretty
thought-
much gone.
The Hell Knights were smashed.
Okay. If we know it's Zulfar's forces, I'm gonna drop the wall then.
You have nothing to drop as the stone is just broken.
Oh, well.
Fantastic.
And more of these smoking headless riders just pour into the city.
I don't like this at all.
Okay, what are you guys doing? As we'll bring you out of the.
Let's go to the keep.
Okay,
I believe that's where the band was heading anyway, right?
they're heading toward the center of the city, which is technically in
where
front of the
keep's
keep,
at.
for the most part. Yeah.
That is the keeps, yeah.
Okay, this music kind of sucks. This is not epic power music.
It does.
Okay, we're going to have ourselves a little skill challenge to get you guys through a now war-torn city in the throes of combat to get to the keep. Anyone can step up for this and use any of their skills in a imaginative way.
Acrobatic.
to get
I
through.
use athletics and acrobatics to kind of parkour myself over to the center of the city.
Okay.
Not very good.
Um, I will let you roll again because this is going for the entire party to get you all through the city.
Oh,
Oh, do I
shit.
need to roll anything?
One of you can helm this, and you can hand it over. I need 3 successes.
No, I'm saying since I'm not technically with them.
Oh, yeah, you would be with the band. So, if you're trying to make it to the keep, you can roll with advantage.
Okay.
So I will roll again. Hopefully I did better this time.
What do I roll?
What?
Fucking failed one.
Okay, so you have 1 success. You need 1 more success to make it to the keep, quote
I
unquote,
will-
safely.
I will charge through, being a medium-sized man in full armor, and shove people out of the way and shout. I'll use intimidation.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. So, everyone but me and
Yarr.
Moira, you make it. You press through the throngs that are in the street. You see Hell Knights fighting on all sides against and main Gantivo's soldiers fighting with citizens, and you even see in some glimpses, you see the Tempest King has broken off and is leading a small unit of soldiers against a what seems to be a decently entrenched group of Hell Knights. And you see people who are obviously part of the band have dismounted and are aiding in that effort, and there's fighting on street corners between what is clearly Tater's men and a few others. And kind of, you see they're starting to trickle out through more of Zulthar's forces, who only go for the Hell Knights, oddly enough, from all the things that you've seen. Myanmar, I need 3 skill checks. It cannot be the same skill check each time, and you need 2 successes in order to make it towards the keep.
Which skill checks? Just any of them?
Any of them that you can plausibly explain to me why you can be able to use them.
You're cutting out so much, but I think I got the gist of it. I'm gonna do animal handling to make sure the horse is fine. And that I can guide it correctly. I'm giving myself the guidance. See that, sorry.
The guidance.
Aren't
It's
you
19.
still on a bless the saving throws? My bad.
Yeah, bless the saving throws, and I had to drop that anyway. It went out anyway on the way here, so.
Okay.
When bust, it couldn't hold out.
Okay, so that was that. Then I guess
All right.
after that,
We need two more throws.
I guess it's survival to kind of find a route. Again, what the fuck is this doing? So that's 15, or to find the fastest route.
And 1 more.
General athletics.
Okay, so you have 3 successes. You've managed to take this poor rider and his horse, break off from the band, and end up in front of the keep, and a little bit ahead of time.
I was gonna say the athletics was for me. I'm getting off of the horse.
Okay.
I don't want to bring him all the way to the keep.
Okay, so
That was me getting off the horse and running.
you disembark about here, and running through the streets, you're like running. You look down an alley, and you see Frederick just bellowing and just like shield charging people out of the way, and you see like Lundgren trying to keep up, and Greer's just like hopping from window to window on the sides, like Spider-Man, but without webs.
Yeah.
Cool monk shit.
Tread's got some disembodied arms.
Just smacking people.
With his arms that aren't his.
So Tread Scout's arms look a little longer than they normally do, and some of them look flesh-colored.
He has
Yeah,
an
that-
arm
Scaly.
holding a dagger.
Yes. One of them looks like it
Are
has
they
a mason
desiccated?
hand, too.
I'm taking advantage of the battle, chewing on an arm as we run.
Oh my god.
That could be intimidating.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You even see Mr. Black keeping up with the rest of them. He does not seem like he's breaking a sweat at all this running.
He doesn't seem like he would.
That's what you don't see.
Okay.
This is elsewhere.
Are there
Actually,
any
At the whorehouse.
Are there any Hell Knights trying to come out of the
Oh, the keep?
place essentially? Yeah.
From what you can see, it looks like someone has thrown up some fortifications around the door of the keep, and the gates are closed.
Okay. And are the gates wooden?
The gates are wooden banded with iron.
And the walls around it, are they
They are stone.
stone? How thick is that stone?
It'd probably be at least a foot or two thick.
If-
Perfect.
If I may,
Hmm.
if you're willing to wait
Oh, I'm waiting until you guys get closer.
30 seconds once we reach the place, I can get the door open. You gotta get real cool with some shit real quickly.
No,
How
because
did
I have another way in. We're good.
For all of us?
Yes.
I could do the same thing I did before.
That's fair.
Some people
I'm-
gotta get
I'm
really
waiting for
cool with
them-
things really quick.
I'm waiting for them to get closer, and then I'm going to use stone shape to make a door for us to go through.
Okay. Your party rejoins you. And you're standing in front of the keep. It's large doors. It's got like the they kind of look like, I forget the words, but they look like sawhorses with spikes sticking out of them, for lack of a better term, in front, kind of to deter cavalry.
Palace? No.
Not palisades.
Why don't you call them spikes?
Large spikes. Large spikes on other
I know
spikes.
what you're talking about.
Large cow.
Yes, kind of. Something like that.
Sure.
Like tank traps. But spikier.
So yeah.
Think of the bay, but made out of wood.
Cheval de Frise?
That sounds French.
It is.
Anyway,
Okay.
Now then,
As soon as they're close enough and ready to go through, I'm going to stone shape us a door.
Okay.
Uh,
So, you begin to shape the stone into a doorway. You hear kind of cries of surprise as daylight opens up next to the door, and you hear the clanking of arms and armor as so whoever's inside begin to fall back from that area.
As-
I hope you're
I would-
ready for a fight.
I would like to be
Yeah.
directly behind Mia. I assume she has to lead the way with the spell. But as soon as we break through, first enemy that I can realistically lay eyes on, Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
I'll be running like right next to me, Mortar's legs, trying to stay out from getting stomped.
Oof. Alrighty.
You could hop on my back if you wanted, and then launch yourself.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll climb up Miyamoto. That way, then I can jump off of her shoulder.
There you go. This is the wonderful part about having a really small and a really tall person in the party.
Facts.
As
You can do the fastball shuffle.
as the
Fastball special.
Special. That's it. It's
fastball
the-
shuffle.
Oh no, that's a Fallout thing. That's my bad. I put them all together.
As the stone shapes out of the way, a large, long dart embeds itself just off to your side as you're about to like push in, and it draws your attention, and you see a dark head-wrapped figure approaching with a number of metallic-looking individuals.
A head wrap.
I would like to immediately cast Conjure Animals.
Okay.
They about to get swarmed by 8 velociraptors.
Of course they are.
Okay. 8 velociraptors appear around them, and as the
Yes.
the metallic ones begin swinging, and they start. There's 3 of them, 8 of them. So, how would you want? You want the dark head wrap one to have more, or do you want them to be kind of equally divided?
Swarm the leader.
Yeah, swarm the leader.
Okay. So no one on the metallic ones.
How many total are there?
There's 3.
Okay. 4 on the leader and 2 on each of the metallic ones.
Okay, 2 velociraptors go after each of the metallic ones, and they start kind of scratching and clawing. You hear the very, very ear piercing of claws on metal, and the creatures start to beat them back, but they're having their hands full. The 4 that are swarming around the black head rat one, it just moves one of its arms, and all of a sudden the 2 of them fall. You see that there are spikes sticking out of their eye sockets, and then another swift movement, and the other ones fall under similar things with large pieces of wood sticking just below the neck into the vital areas. And
Does this look familiar?
it looks very similar to that strange individual that you saw walking away in your first entering Gantivos, but with a different color head wrap.
Do the injuries also look a lot like what happened to Isra?
They do.
They what?
Sorry, you cut out there.
They do.
Oh,
Aha!
okay. I would like to kind of, if I can, like step in front of this leader to keep him from getting to the rest of them.
Oh, he's like
Fastball
30.
special.
He's like 30 feet away.
I was gonna say I was sending the raptors in so that we could get in there.
Okay.
Hey, Trent.
Hmm?
Would it be a bonus action to take some Stuk?
To,
Drug for it?
What?
to do a line of coke right before you go in.
Hey, Colombian Bam Bam.
Okay. I would say you can snort it real quick.
Jesus Christ.
Your
I don't have a helmet anymore, so.
your years of courtly experience allows you to
Well, I imagine honestly that I have like a bag of like it's in a small bag, and I just reach in the bag and like smack it on my face. And just...
yeah, it's pretty much like that. You can
What is happening?
you can quick snort an ounce of that because that's a serving size.
I'm like I just
Why
it's
do you
it's
have
not,
Coke?
it's not even...
When did you get?
So we met
Long time
Had
ago.
it for a long time. Never
Bard.
used it.
Oh my god.
a long time ago. We met the bard who sold drugs, and we robbed them.
Yeah, we did. That's right.
Is it a bard?
All right. I think it was a bard. Doesn't matter. Here we go. Constitution. 10. Pause.
Ooh.
Dark one's on luck. I could add a D10. Oh, that's the wrong button. 19, motherfucker.
Damn it. Okay. You see as Frederick just like reaches into his bag, pulls out this thing, and just like wipes his finger underneath his nose as he snorts.
Oh no! It's not even a finger. It's like I grabbed a small handful and just smashed it into my face.
Okay, there's now this dark gray powder. It kind of looks like gray chalk just all around Frederick's nostrils. You see his eyes turn into these dark swirling pools that kind of start to engulf the rest of his face, and his mouth distorts into this similar swirling black hole.
Excuse me, what?
What the
No fuck.
Who's going on the trip? Not me.
Yeah. That's what Stuk does. It weirds people the hell out so that you get advantage.
I'll take that. I don't give a shit.
If you fail, it reverses on you, and you're on the trip.
Well then.
Okay.
As this happens, Mr. Black is just like, looks at you a little bit, and is like, I shall deal with the sentinel, and he just starts walking towards the other one, who in the high noonest of fashions begin pacing towards each other.
Oh.
I almost want to sit here and watch this.
I warmed him up for you.
Oh, do your job. Come now, grandfather. Let's see what you will do. And as he says that, he whips his coat off, and these hail of darts that suddenly are flung at him are just caught in the coat, and he tosses it to the side, and you see both of the strange apparatus strapped to his waist, and like the first salvo that this individual has sent at him is just caught in the coat, and the creature kind of bobs his head, and then you see it move again, and Mr. Black's hat flies off and meets them kind of midair again, stopping just a few feet from him. And Mr. Black says, "Come, show me your face." And the creature kind of pulls down the wraps, revealing a face very similar to Mr. Black himself. A little different, but it looks like the same thing as Mr. Black. And we're going to end tonight's session there. Frederick's high on coke. The quote-unquote gun battle to defeat the ages is going to happen outside of the keep in Loburn. Everything's covered in Zultharian forces and Hell Knights. People are waiting inside. I have like 16 different battle maps I now have to build and plan out for the various other places you'll be going. And cool music plays.
Expecting us to, get to the gate for you.
I was kind of expecting it. I expected you to futz around the day previous a little more. But either way, cool music plays as lights go down. We'll catch you next week for Shadowrun, hopefully, and the week after that for more Dungeons and Dragons.